If I decide that I've been in that boat.
Okay, get out the boat. Get back on this boat.
No, I had a job.
And you quit.
And no, I didn't. I resigned.
That's quitting.
It's not quitting. Quitting is I can't do the job. Resigning is I give my job back to you. I don't want it no more. No, that's the difference. I have no problem with somebody quitting the job.
So, because it was killing you.
It's
So
killing
why
me.
did you apply to the same job again?
Let's begin now.
Got my first job at Comcast. You was charging me $300 a month. Okay, what were you doing with that $300?
You got some daggone trust issues.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. I'm
was
gonna
in-
tell you something. You can't.
Y'all was in there shopping together.
Do not get married.
Y'all was in there shopping together.
Do not get married.
Well, I'm Mike. This is my beautiful mom, Linda.
Hey, y'all.
Welcome back to another episode of the Mike and His Mom Show. I am your host, Mike Banks, and this is my mom in the middle and my sister Shannon Shanae to my far left. How you guys?
Hey.
I don't know, today, I feel like I never heard him say host.
He always tries to say he the host.
Because I am the host.
Are you what? Wow.
My name is first.
That doesn't mean anything.
Why would you think you're the host?
I don't know.
I think we're all the hosts.
I just let it ring different today.
Okay.
Okay. How you guys doing?
I'm doing good.
Okay. I need a little more.
I'm a little tired. It's gray outside, although the temperature is very nice. And it made me tired today. But
What, the temperature outside made you tired?
no, this gray skies.
Oh.
Yeah, I just
I
feel
see blue.
tired. Oh.
Okay.
How was your weekends?
Weekends.
Yeah.
I only had
Your
one
week-
weekend.
your
Yeah,
weekend, your
yeah, I
weekend.
had one
Oh,
weekend.
okay. It was good. How was your weekend?
Week was good, you know.
Okay.
Great weekend. You know.
Well, you know, last week we
Was
talked
in
about.
the mix a little bit, but
He's always in the mix.
Always in the
Yeah, mix.
CIAA weekend.
yeah.
Did you go to any of the games?
No.
In my heart, I always think I'm going to be involved.
In the mix. With
And-
the-
What does in the mix mean?
Just-
in the groove, the party.
Yeah, having a good time.
Just a part of the
Part of the festivities.
festivities.
Okay.
And I didn't. I never feel like it. And I don't know where to go. And I don't want to go where you going.
Well, where I go is a good time though.
I know.
So
Where I go is a good time too. I can mix in my own home.
you could, but
Yeah, you know. But hey, anyway, so
Oh,
last
I did do something this
what you
weekend.
do? Y'all keep cutting me off. But
I'm
what you
so
do?
sorry.
No, go ahead. What you do?
Me and Josh went on a date.
Oh, where'd y'all go?
Somewhere.
Twice.
Bethesda.
Who?
y'all went to
Somewhere,
Bethesda.
Oh, Marriott. Like it's a rooftop like restaurant that I always wanted to go to in Bethesda, but we wound up staying on the bottom floor because he saw the restaurant there that he wanted to stay at, so we never made it
To the top.
to the top. So we just stayed there.
Well, at least y'all did go out on a date. That's
It was
nice.
fun.
I'm gonna tell Jean that maybe we'll go out on a date.
It was spontaneous. I'm like, all right, come take me
That's
out.
what I'm talking about. That spontaneous is like the best time. Like that's it. That's it. That's mixy right there.
And I
Yeah,
mean,
that
it
was
is.
it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
got in the mix.
It
too,
is.
Yeah.
That was the mix.
That was the mix.
Yeah.
Good time. But you want to address something.
So last week we talked about how you was feeling unloved and different things like that, and I getting the hug and all that kind of stuff. And at the end I was like, I thought about something.
Oh.
I wanted to address the fact that I remember probably about a year now. Maybe is it 2 years? How long has it been? Been at least a year.
Been way long, probably about 4 years.
For what?
Been about 4 years since you said that? Made that statement?
Probably way longer.
What did he
than that.
say?
He said, you're getting older now, and you've done your part by taking care of us and raising us. Now it's time for us to pour into you, and we should start doing lunch dates, and we should start hanging out sometimes and doing some things with you.
And you're proud to say that was 4 years ago?
Yeah, when we gonna start?
Well, let's give context
Okay.
to the conversation.
Okay, wait a minute, hold on. Okay, go. Come on, you wanna come on?
Well, because it's not as black and white as you're making it.
Okay,
Remember
then
last
help.
week we got-
Give me some color.
So what happened was I was having a conversation with my father.
With who?
My father.
Okay.
And he alluded to the fact that as children get older, the burden of the relationship strengthening and growing moves from the parent to the child. So the child now has to include the parent in their space and in their life. What do you guys say to that?
No.
I-
No.
No,
Hold
I
on.
want to know what you think
Wait a minute,
about that statement.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. I agree with the statement, but what I
Okay.
want to go.
I'm getting there. I just
Okay,
wanna
go
know what
ahead. All right,
you
go.
agree
What
with
you
the
think about the statement, Shannon?
That is the children's responsibility to keep the family, or to do what?
to keep to now grow the relationship with the parents.
And I can understand why he's saying that.
Yeah, I understand.
I think because when children get older, they branch off and start doing their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
And with the parents still want to be a part of their child's lives.
I was like to stay to make sure they
Yes.
make room for the parents, make
Yeah.
safe space for the parents.
Right,
to
right.
stay
So
on time.
the children have to be involve the parents more because we're going to always involve y'all. But it's like, okay, you
You got
pulling
other
some
stuff going on.
Right, right.
So we could, yeah, okay. I get that.
Okay. So then that pushed me to have a conversation with mother. And I said something along those lines. And I kind of fell short on my promise, if you will.
What do you mean kind of fell short?
But I don't know. It
It's
just,
like you just is still laying flat on the ground.
I think it's, I don't want to say it's difficult, but it's difficult
I don't want to say difficult. But what's difficult about it?
to try to manage all of these relationships at one time.
What relationship you trying to
only have
manage?
one relationship?
Well, because you're taking the statement as a blanket statement as just me and my parent, or you, the child and the parents. The statement is in a whole is more about family. So
Well, that's not what that statement said. The statement said parents. You didn't say nothing about family.
I agree, but in a broader spectrum.
No, we're
it's
not
a-
talking about the broader
Okay.
spectrum. We're talking about this one statement that was made that you brought to my attention.
Neither here nor there, mother.
Uh-huh.
I have not been invited anywhere either. So,
Okay.
like, what relationships have you managed?
Right, yeah, right.
Over this past
4 years.
At least 4 years.
It's just been challenging.
Why has it been challenging? To say, okay, you only had to go out. You can come out to the house and sit down and have lunch one day. You know, I mean, it's not always about going somewhere and spending money. It's about, let's just, let's have some us time, family time,
Okay.
But I will say,
I'll do
and I
better.
think I've said this
Yeah,
before.
I'll do better.
Yeah, I think I've said this before though, that I think we just don't have family time together. I just think we don't do
But we
that.
don't.
I think we do other stuff, but I think
But we don't do it. We can do it, but we need to make it a priority.
But
even
when
if
I
it's
notice-
once every 3 months.
But families that I know that do that, if they just do it, it's nothing. They just, and it's like, oh no, I haven't seen my family in,
In certain
in
ages.
24 hours. And that honestly, or a week, and that seemed like it's forever ago.
Yeah.
We had this talk before about
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it's
family
just,
time. I'm talking about on the show
I know.
in the basement when I called it corny.
Call the corner.
Corny.
Like kind of going back to what you were saying about this is just. And I think it's a lazy statement, but this is just how we are. So I will become better in.
It's not lazy. It's real.
Yeah, but it takes no effort.
Takes effort to make it
Yeah,
work.
It takes no effort.
Mm-hmm.
So it's easy to fall back on. That's just how we are. So I will.
I don't think it takes effort for some people. I really don't.
No, we're not talking about that.
No.
We're talking about for us now.
Right.
Let's make
No,
it.
this is my
okay.
point.
Let's just do it.
That's easier said.
Okay,
when
but
it's
if we
not-
try-
No,
you know-
I'm just speaking to his point. Like it's easier said than done, obviously, because it's been 4 years.
Okay, so let's just make a plan. I'm going to work. I'm going to church. I'm doing here. I'm doing this. I'm doing everything else. Let's just make a plan to do something with the family.
I'm with that.
Okay.
Family first.
We'll let y'all know how it goes.
So today we're going to discuss briefly.
We will be back with this discussion, y'all. Go ahead.
Briefly, since I'm the only one. This is why I'm the host. I bring up the topics.
Oh, that is so not true. But go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
produce.
Make yourself feel good.
I create. I engage.
Do you hear what I'm hearing?
Well,
I
I do produce.
But no, it's
Okay.
not. This is a team effort.
So I was having a conversation with a friend of mine about lunch money. And this, I want to have a conversation about the struggle, if you will, of raising and being a single mother. I mean, you're not a single mother, but you had a lot of kids. The financial struggle. Because I was having a conversation about lunch money, and there were times where I didn't have lunch money.
What you do? Spend it?
Okay. So today, I would like to have an honest, transparent
I don't know those times.
Me neither.
conversation. I would like to have an honest conversation. There were times where I went to school hungry. not fed. This is in high school, middle school-ish. I had free lunch in elementary school, and I remember taking lunch in my little lunch box. But in middle school,
I don't think you had free lunch.
I had
in
free lunch.
elementary school.
I had free lunch. I had free lunch. I remember because I had to get the card. I remember how I was getting
You
it.
weren't even born.
I had to get the card out the little hole that was on the wall. So this is the point. Lunch money is expensive. That was the point of the conversation.
So why you didn't have lunch in middle school?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Let me land the plane.
Land
I'm on the side of the parents here, but I want to understand.
I want to understand.
Lunch money is expensive. So he was like, my mother was giving me $5-6 a day, and he was the only child. That's $25 a week, $100 a month. That's a whole nother bill in a single parent household. So my question to the audience and to the mothers on the panel: could you afford lunch money?
I'm trying to figure out why you went to school hungry.
Because you couldn't afford lunch money.
Oh, that's a lie.
Mine.
I can't recall.
I don't recall.
Wait,
either.
okay.
You did-
okay.
First of all,
I used to bring my lunch to school.
Yeah, and I wasn't giving you $5 a day because lunch don't cost $5 a day.
Yeah.
Maybe because you wanted what you wanted. Maybe you wanted to go to McDonald's
Why
and you
you
wanted to
just-
leave
why you
school.
just
You wanted a prime time.
Why are you just
pizza.
responding to the conversation?
Because
Relax.
because you
Pipe
had food.
Pipe down. It's not an indictment on.
And no,
on
it
you.
ain't. It's
So
not even
relax.
about being an indictment.
Relax.
It ain't about being an
I
indictment.
want to know,
I want to know what you did with your money.
could you afford? Shannon, you're a mother of 5. It's a lot of lunch money. So could y'all afford? I'm having a serious conversation.
I can afford because I have to feed my children. There's no option. I have to afford lunch money. But they were able, because I have so many kids and where we live, our like income bracket, it has to be a certain point for you to be considered a certain, income. So it was like because of my dependent size, I was always able to qualify for free lunch. But I send them to school with lunch different times, like throughout their school life, not because this time of the year I can afford it. No, because that's what I was doing. Like I was managing their food. So like I'm going to send you to school
With food.
because I don't want you eating that food.
Okay.
Yeah. So I had no choice but to afford it.
How much money were you giving them?
I can't remember. I wasn't giving them anything because I was making.
Oh, you was making lunch.
I was preparing the lunch.
Okay. You were.
What?
She is fuming over here. You were getting lunch money? When you were.
No, I brought lunch to school.
Okay. Stop saying it like you just did it every day.
We did do it. I did do it every
In middle school, and you were bringing lunch to school in high school, Shannon?
Yes. I used to sit at my cafeteria table with Tara Thomas, and we used to sit by ourselves, me and her, and I had vanilla yogurts. Pudding. The pudding we used to get. And
I'm trying to figure out why he.
I don't know what. That's what we're talking about.
I tell you, Mikey be tripping.
I
don't know what plane he lands.
I don't like school lunch. I'm gonna be honest with you, Ma. I don't know if I ever had school lunch. Hanky used to fix our lunches, and now we all had lunch boxes. Me and Quincy had lunch boxes. I don't remember ever like eating lunch in school because to me, honestly, I think the lunch in school just looked disgusting. So I don't remember ever even having to eat it. We always had lunch. We always went to school with lunch.
And you went to school hungry every day.
I didn't say every day. Okay. So
Maybe they were eating all the snacks up and stuff. So
Probably.
they didn't
I'm
have
telling you,
anything
because
to go to
we
school.
had one day we had food.
Yeah, we were never any of this.
Listen to what I'm saying, bro.
I'm listening to what you're saying,
lunch,
sis.
I'm talking about lunch money.
We talk about lunch money.
You were not giving us lunch. Well, you were maybe.
And
saying-
let me just say this, and I was just telling you this story not too long ago about how because one of the kids was like taking out change or something, and
He used to take the change.
I used to take the change.
used to take the change.
I
Somebody
used to
take
take the change out of the water jug that she was just saving up. I used to go in there every morning and dump change out just so
And
that
give
we
it to
could-
them.
and I would give it to y'all, and I would take some too, just so we had a little extra money for food.
But
I
he-
didn't even
he-
know that.
school?
Yeah.
Oh, no, he can't remember that though.
Cause she said, Shannon, she called me in the room. She was sitting on the big jug. Like, and she was like, who been taking my money out the thing? And I was like, me. I am. And she looked at me like, she probably thought I was gonna lie because you so like, who's taking all my money? I don't know. Like you was just, I remember you being like, where is my money at? Like that was the vibe of the conversation. And I just been like, oh, I be taking it. What you mean be taking it? I'm not taking it. What do you do with it? Because it was so much money, but I'm not. I'm just rushing out, dumping money out, giving you and Malik money. I'm taking money. It was change. We had lunch. And I might just want me some vending machine snack money. Like we never not had food. That was never an issue.
I never said we didn't have food.
You said you ain't have lunch.
And y'all
I
definitely
didn't
had
have
lunch.
Okay, Mom, there are times. Okay, this is the
Let
point.
me just say this. Y'all remember a few episodes ago, maybe last week,
was
we talked
traumatized.
about how he likes to go into the market and just open up bags of cheese curls and eat them. So like you might just was eating your lunch food at home and then you had no lunch.
You're the only one that remember this kind of stuff.
This is the point of the conversation.
Let's call Malik.
The financial struggle of single parenthood. That's what I wanted to talk about.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
didn't want to harp on the lunch money.
Okay, well, you ready to get off of that one
But
now.
there were times, because the point was,
Uh-huh.
is that I remember we used to have this conversation when I was in school
What?
about lunch money being expensive.
That
Like,
don't mean you wasn't
Who?
getting
You had the conversation with who?
I had it with
Right, you know what?
I had it. You
I don't know
remember
what. I don't know. I don't know what planet you
You don't-
came from.
Mom,
What?
what planet he came from.
What?
thank God, I started shooting dice in high school
Not
so I
thank
could
God.
have a little bit of money. You know what I'm saying? But
So you
Had
can stop-
money.
So you, can
So
stop
you have your own
stealing,
money.
T-shirts from Former Mill.
so I can get me at least have some. But there were times when I went to school. I used to have to wait until the line died down and try to get, because I used to be cool with the lunch ladies and the lunch guys.
Mikey,
So I would wait till-
you
I would
had
wait-
the hard knock life that
I would wait till the line died down
I'm gonna show
so
you
I can
this
get some
Instagram
so I can get some free food.
that I think you're this child where you're talking to the younger siblings about how hard life was so hard for you, but you're actually talking to me, who's
Right.
the older one. I'm
Right.
Like, where was this hardship? Like,
Right. I mean, even the younger one, Malik doesn't know where it is.
What are you talking about?
Okay, so explain to me, to the audience, the financial hardships of being a single parent. Because I was on the side of that argument, because when you put it in, I read a stat the other day saying that the average household can't even afford a Happy Meal at McDonald's no more.
That's McDonald's fault.
Well, because
That ain't
Because
the
things-
McDonald's Happy Meals are not happy anymore.
Things-
I
things
don't
are-
know. They probably just more expensive.
yeah, everything's just more
Everything
expensive.
is just more expensive.
Right. So,
People need to stop buying it.
well, it's not even that. I'm talking about giving your child, for the average median income is $40,000 a year, or whatever the case is. So giving your child 2-3 hours a day for lunch, some people can't afford it. And that was the side I was arguing with my friend. Like, bro, 5 hours a day is a lot. It's a lot of money, though, depending on if you have 1, 2, 3, 4 kids. It's a lot of money to give to your child for lunch. So that's where the conversation I would like to is where was and where I would like to go in this conversation. The financial hardships of raising and being a single parent.
I just want to say this. I know families that have 2 incomes and it's still hard. So it's not
What, lunch money?
Are
Hard
we
period.
still talking about lunch money?
Oh, you talking about the finance? Okay. Oh.
Are you still?
He's still hungry.
Are you still hungry?
Still hungry.
Are you still hungry?
Go ahead.
No, yeah, like so. Yes.
Look,
I'm
I text Mikey. Mikey says you all went to school hungry without lunch.
What are you saying?
What?
I never ate school lunch. I can't remember a day. I used to watch the kids eating school lunch, and I would just be like, ew. And it didn't smell good. Like even the fact that my kids like the school lunch, I'm like, ew. Like because it just doesn't smell good. I can't remember a day eating school lunch ever. And that is not to say that school lunch is bad. I'm just saying. We were given lunch to take to school. That was the point. So because I never had to eat school lunch. But go ahead. So the hardships of a single parent.
Yeah.
So with the hardship of raising a family, I mean, I think extra income. I think Malik said some days I went to school without lunch.
Exactly.
Malik probably ate it all.
I'm not tripping. I was in line trying to get something for free.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't understand that. I don't understand. They had to eat stuff. Yeah. Y'all had lunch bowls. They had every goddamn. Y'all had everything to eat.
Yeah, I can't even imagine.
Me neither. But anyway,
go ahead.
Raising, being a single parent. I don't think it was hard for me.
Yeah,
I mean, because y'all got what y'all wanted. I mean, I went without for y'all to have.
That's difficult.
Now, what I can, but I didn't look at difficult. What I can say now, as y'all gotten older and coming to some hardships as you older, it's been harder at an adult age, helping y'all financially than it was taking care of y'all at a younger age. And I can say that.
I love when you do this.
Do what? It's the truth.
I love when you do this.
What is the truth?
So once again, I'll engage.
Engage.
Why don't you think? Because there were, Shannon, be still.
Be still.
Be still.
Be still and know that
I
he
have,
is.
I have nothing.
You
to
have
do
nothing to
with
do with
Okay.
Hey, go ahead. Come on. Let's come on.
You were working 2 jobs at one point.
Mhm.
There were some Christmases we went without.
this. I don't know nothing about those Christmas.
You don't remember?
But why? Tell me why you went without Christmas.
Because he was in his school acting like a fool.
Yeah, well, I said I wasn't getting y'all nothing. You think that y'all didn't get nothing for Christmas because you was what?
No.
You were poor.
No.
Yo, oh my God, bro.
Oh
I cannot
my
believe
God.
y'all. I cannot
I
believe.
never had a Christmas without. I don't know what you're talking about.
There were times in middle and in high school where we used to get up and we made us clean up on Christmas, and you were upset sometimes that you couldn't get us something because you couldn't afford it.
I remember that. What about the times when y'all didn't get nothing because you acted up?
That's fine too, but I'm talking about the financial part of being a
You
single
could have
mother.
got a gift. It's always you could have got a gift.
Ma,
What?
it was hard. It's okay to say it was hard.
Well, I just don't remember all that stuff that you remember. And if it
You-
was hard that you couldn't get a gift, okay, it was hard. If it was hard,
So that's what I'm asking you. What is it? What is the burden like? Like, what is it?
I mean, to me,
I'm sure and like I said, I'm on your side.
it's not about being on my
Lunch
side.
money
Not.
is expensive. I'm on your side.
Lunch money back then wasn't.
I'm on your side.
I'm
here.
not saying that it's whether you're on my side or not.
We need to pick a
The
GoFundMe
burden
for you.
The burden of raising a family. So I don't want to put the word burden on it. I really don't. I don't want to put a burden when y'all was younger because you did. Y'all, my children, I had to do what I had to do. I did what I had to do to make sure y'all was okay. I did what I had to do, and I enjoyed doing what I had to do to make sure y'all didn't go without. Now you said you went to school hungry some days. I don't know. I hope somebody fed you. I just don't remember that.
I've never.
I just don't remember that. But however, if you did go to school hungry, and I'm gonna say you did because you said you did. If you did not get a Christmas gift, I'm gonna say you did because you didn't because you said you did. But here we go. All the times that you were fed can outweigh them 1 or 2 times that you weren't. Because I beg to say that you didn't go to. How many days out of the year you went to school hungry?
How many days in school year, bro?
Let's just say it's 200.
Like 180 days?
Yeah. How many you went out without hungry? What, 179?
Brace yourself.
How many?
what he gotta say.
Come on. Let's see it.
Bruh. It was tough. It was tough.
And you ain't
But
think to
these-
call Junie nobody for no lunch money. Not a soul, not your father from church. Nobody could feed y'all.
Well, I had the hookup. I had the plug. So
What's the plug? Standing in the line at the end of the line?
I mean, I made friends with the.
Or is it because you wasn't getting $5 a day? Because I can clearly remember giving you money.
I'm not saying you never. I'm saying this is what I'm saying. Look, everybody.
Can I say this?
It's not
You
even-
can't conclude that it was a struggle for her just because there was a period of struggle. Like even 2-parent homes can have a period of struggle. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not. I don't necessarily like. I have more children than she does. So even it's a 2-parent home, but that doesn't mean we don't experience struggle. And let me just say this for the people out there who think, because I have people who be like, I mean, it's just 2 people in a house. Why can't they do? I'm like, why do you think we can do all of this because it's 2 incomes?
Right.
It doesn't mean that we have all of this to go around because there are 2 incomes. I'm sorry you have 1 income, but our 2 incomes don't always mean that it's so much. We have to look at the dynamic of the whole entire family. 2 incomes mean there are 2 adults in the house. So now we also have to consider feeding 2 adults.
And 2
Cleaning-
incomes in the house could equal 1 person's income.
Right, 2 incomes in the house can equal 1 person's income.
Yep.
So that's why I'm like, single parent homes suffer primarily. They make it about income, but I don't really think the biggest issue is income. It's the lack of an absent parent. It's
Right.
the parent that's not there.
Right. To help
To
with the
help.
raising, to help
Yeah.
with talking.
Because
With
kids don't need
right.
that much.
Right.
Kids really don't. You
They
don't
don't.
really go through life without giving children things.
Yep.
And as far as kids being hungry, it's like, if you're poor, or you're low income, whatever, you know how it's described, even like low middle class or whatever.
Right.
They'll give you free lunch for your kids. You know what I'm saying? They have shelters where I live. I mean, not shelter. Yeah. What do you call those places? Food pantries.
Mm-hmm.
Where I live, I would go to the food pantry just because I qualified, just so that we wouldn't have to spend money on food outside. So now we get to keep that money and do other stuff with it. But like, I mean, it doesn't mean that two parent homes does not mean more finances to go around.
I agree with that. I agree. So was it a struggle though?
What? I said it's more of a struggle now.
But was it? What is it?
When you say struggle though,
What do you mean by struggle?
Was it?
It wasn't. I can honestly say now that where I'm at in life now is a struggle opposed to where I was at that time.
Mm-hmm.
For you or for the family?
For the family.
Okay, so this is the conversation she would like to have.
What you mean?
Let's have. What do
the
I mean?
Struggle. Wait, you mean the struggle for the? So you're saying right now it's a struggle for the helping the family versus
Right.
what it was when we were younger.
Right.
Got it. Because if we were to ask for help, we're asking for adult help.
Right.
We're not asking for lunch money.
Right. You're
You know
asking
what
for
I'm
something
saying?
different. You're asking for adult help
Yeah.
opposed to $2.50.
Yeah. Like my son is asking for help with rent money, not
Right.
lunch money.
That's a whole
Not
different. That's a
Uber
whole
money.
different. Right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's a whole different dynamic.
It is different.
Give me $2.50 or give me $250.
Right.
That's a big difference.
Okay.
Depending on the rent, $2,000.
So-
Right.
Yeah.
Let's have this conversation.
Okay.
What is that struggle like?
Now, I don't
Yes.
find it a struggle.
I
try to coach mother on how it not to struggle.
Right,
because
it's a struggle as far as one struggle as far as like, okay,
her heart wants to be able
right,
to
can I
do-
help you
yeah.
or I can't help you? Or and really helping when you know you shouldn't helping when you know you can't afford to help. So that's some of the things I put myself in, helping where I know I couldn't afford to do it, and then looking up and putting myself in a bind. So it's different things. Or you don't want your child to be depressed. You don't want your child to be this. You don't want your child to be that. But sometimes it can be enabling situation. Sometimes you just gotta let them go. So when they're a child, you really can't. But when they are grown, you gotta say, okay, I cut the cord here. I'm done.
Get off my nipple.
Yeah, and go out and do your own thing. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of parents that go through
They
that
do
because
struggle. A lot of
you
them.
want to do certain things, and then you was like, but I can't. Or when you get that mother instinct, like, are you okay? It's things like that. But how do they? I think about Hanky with my brother Junie, and I mean he was into so many different things, and he got turned around. But when Hanky died, I think he felt lost because she was gone, and he went back to that lifestyle that nobody could help him out of because she wasn't there to free him up from it. Mm-hmm. So it's things like that. Do we let y'all grow up and be the women and men that God has called y'all to be? But that struggle of that it could be a burden of fire. I've been there with y'all, not with Shannon. I've been there. The financial burden of trying to help y'all out.
Not with me.
What? I'm just saying the financial burden of trying to help y'all out as adults opposed to as children. It's a different flip, different switch.
When you say you haven't been there with Shannon, beautiful speech by the way.
What you say?
Beautiful speech, by the way. Beautiful speech, by the way.
When you say you haven't been there with Shannon, what does that mean? 'Cause I remember a time.
What time do you remember?
Shannon,
say it.
okay.
Okay.
You moved back in here.
That's
It was
different.
a temporary situation.
But that's different.
That's
No, that's different.
And even if she, let me be clear, people, and you person. I'm not saying that I have never asked my mother for help. I'm not saying that at all.
She's saying
That's
that.
not what I
No,
said.
she didn't say that. She didn't say that at
That's not what I
all.
said.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying as an adult I have never asked for help. I'm not saying that we can't need help. We're just saying that the difference in helping an adult child and a child,
I understand.
yeah, is different. And my burdens, I don't think, are not as heavy to carry. I did. You can correct me if I'm wrong. We did come back here for a period of time when our lights were cut off. We were waiting on a grant. and the grant fell through, and so I didn't understand the whole dynamic. I didn't know that. Long story short, I had to understand how the grant system worked. So
I tell you what, I'd rather for you to move back in than for me to pay the bills at the other place.
Yeah, and I didn't even, we stayed in the basement. We brought our own food. I would contribute food to the house. Like, remember all that? Like, I didn't just.
You don't remember that. You don't remember that.
I was here.
He don't remember that.
Yeah, I was here.
You remember sneaking to eating their patties?
No, I was trying my best not to be I don't think we're inconvenienced, but I'm coming with 5 children.
See, you were like I was with Hanky.
Mm-hmm.
You know, staying there. I had to do this, I did that. And I'm glad that I'm able to do that because it taught me how to really be independent, take care of myself. It's a different look. It's a different feeling.
I didn't feel like it was her obligation to take care of us. I know today if I need to come back home, I can go home. I know that it's there, but I'm going to do what I can do to not have to be a burden on anybody. Like I just don't want to burden. That's how I see it. But I was going to say something else. But like just if I use my older children, like I am not as I think you teaching me independence has kind of like we were talking about last week, like the softness or whatever, and like your heart is softer than mine with that kind of stuff. Like, so I'm just like, all right, you know what? I read in the Bible that we're not supposed to do this. Okay, my heart is soft now. I'm gonna help. You know what I mean? And then I realized that I was just giving Josh this analogy. I was like, so I'm softening my heart, and I said, but I went from one extreme to this extreme, and so I was like melted on the ground, like, okay, I'm going to do this. And then I said, hold up. Like, common sense started to hit. And I still was soft, but I started to mold back. Like, just like a scoop of ice cream, soft, but you cannot run over me. I'm not running all down the sink, you know, like the ice cream isn't spilled everywhere. So, yes, I will help, but I am not helping to the point that I am disabling myself to enable you. That's how I look at it. I'm not doing
What's
that.
your perspective?
He don't have ain't got no kids.
Well,
No, it ain't about being having kids. It's about getting the help. But what is your perspective?
I think the more we do this show, I am noticing striking similarities between you two.
Oh no, we're not talking about that.
And
we're talking about what's your perspective on the
We are
conversation.
cute. We are cute.
I think this is what I think, honestly. I think there's a difference between the mother and daughter relationship and the mother and son relationship.
Okay.
I feel like, seriously, I think that plays a role into the dynamic. And
But where does the son go ahead, finish.
I'm talking about just like overextending yourself. That's what I'm talking about.
But when do you stop the over? So you just y'all just like keep overextending.
No, because they're well, I can speak for me, and you know, I don't know what other situation is, but there are times where I will. Well, I know if I needed help, I can probably call and ask, and y'all will try to see what y'all can do. But there are times, even in now, where I suffer the consequences instead of asking for help. But then when that happens, and the consequences build, sometimes the parents say, well, why do you just ask for help?
Well, why are you building?
Because I don't want to ask for help.
So now
you
built a skyscraper of consequences, and now the parent has to come in and knock down the skyscraper. Versus
No, they don't.
They don't.
They don't.
But at some point, like, so this is the part where the parent is like, all right, you are an adult. I don't want to see you. Let's say I don't want to see. If little Josh really doesn't come back home, I don't want to see you in a box under some freeway that I don't know where you are. So I'm going to do as much as I can without trying to harm myself. But so that's where the heart of the parent comes. I can't see. I'm not just going to know that you're right here and I have a resource to help you, right? But it's like, don't put yourself in a predicament that now I'm bailing you out for like 6 months worth of rent. Like, why did you do that? And when I say why did you do that, I don't mean why did you, and this is an example, I'm not saying this literally, why did you not pay your rent you knew you didn't have money to pay your rent for 6 months. Why didn't you say, hey, I'm not working right now after at least month 1? I thought I was going to get this job. We're now in month 2. Can you help me with some ideas? What do you think I should do? Why do you wait until you're 6 months into debt? And now I'm trying to figure out how to scramble you out of your situation.
I think, because I know I have homeboys that we kind of have a similar conversation about, you know, parents and our moms and X, Y, and Z. I think it's a man thing.
That's what you're saying.
Like I don't. Like, no, seriously. Like
go ahead.
I think part of it is like we really hate asking for help.
Okay.
Like, we really do. And to keep having to ask somebody that continues to help, it's like we don't want to be that burden any longer. So we're not counting up the cost down the road. We're just looking at it, bro. She just helped me yesterday or the day before. I can't keep asking my mother or whoever the case is for more help. Like it is what it is at this point.
Well, we're at 12th month though.
Right, but
It is what it is.
then you go and you still making the mountain hole because eventually you're gonna come around because you either scared or you. Why, let me ask this question. I'm trying to figure out how to ask this question. When do you really give it your all to get to the where you want to be? Because if y'all having these conversations, when do you really like? What is it that you can change about you? What is it about the man thing that y'all can change about yourself? Like, I'm so determined in my heart to make something work. I'm so determined to be better. What is it? Because it's a missing piece somewhere.
It's the sacrifice is the missing piece.
Well, that.
Kind of say mixy.
Well,
Right, mixy.
So I say mixy.
I think the missing piece is for some people they don't even have an idea of what they want. And I was going to end with this question, but sometimes there's no real plan for life. Mm-hmm. So I'm just stuck in this rat race of America, going to work every day, the bills piling up. I want more, I want better, but I don't even know where to begin or where to start at to achieve better. Mm-hmm. I don't even know what it is I would like to do. I'm already 35, 36, pushing 40. Like at this point, this is what it is for me. Mm-hmm. So to answer your question, it's kind of hard. I mean, for anybody.
Wait a minute. What it is for you?
This is life. This is life.
The rat race of America.
Yes, this is
so
life.
Why don't you find a new race to get in, like a more
profitable
race?
I'm agreeing with you.
Okay.
But and it's not just for men, but we settle in complacency and like we don't like a lot of people don't know what their overall purpose in life is. Mm-hmm. So it's hard to say, well, just do better. Well, I don't even know what I want to do.
Because I think that's the problem. When you say, why don't you just do better versus, okay, do better, you're saying, but I don't know what I want to do. At this point, we ain't worrying about what you want to do. We're saying do something better than what you're doing now.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree. But part of that is that is I think it's a mental illness, if you will.
Oh, so now y'all mental. now y'all mental. They're mental.
What's the mental one where?
You get so comfortable, you stuck in it. Like so doing like I'm not talking about doing greater or better, but doing better than what I'm doing now. I can't even fathom what that is. It's just I'm already used to being in the trenches of what I'm in right now. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like I understand.
But then sometimes you used to be in the trenches that you in, and but somebody said, "Come on, let's go get in the mixie. We'll go out. and we have a good time." I'm just saying, we used to.
That's his trend.
That's your trend.
That's the lifestyle. He's already in this lifestyle.
But me?
No, but
this
people.
Like it's like you can do the extracurricular.
Right, you can do this other stuff. But do y'all ever see, or are you ever around, or people that's like for some people that's inviting you out, or people are saying, let's do these things, see how better they're doing, and you ever say, you know what, hold up, I need to stop. Because certain ones is progressing, and I'm just still down here. Or maybe they're not inviting you out. Maybe I'm just trying to figure out, when do we see as people, not like, and I agree with you, sometimes it is hard to see something different, it's hard to move on. But when do we ever just see and just stop? Like, just stop. I guess sometimes we don't.
Stop what?
Stop being in this rat race, at this level of life, that where we can, because I honestly believe that most of us, if not all of us, are gifted and talented in so many ways. That there is stuff within inside of us that we can do something. It's there to be done.
But I agree, I agree, period. Mm-hmm. It takes that person to tap into it.
To what?
Whatever that greater gift or talent is.
I just think if you want to tap into BGE.com and pay your bill.
Oh yeah.
You need to make more money. So I think that's where I kind of like.
Well, that's easier. What you mean?
This is what I'm trying to say. Like with me raising my children, right? Like it wasn't always. It wasn't. See, I don't look at it like how you say. I don't look at it as a struggle, but I just know that you just have to do what you have to do, right? And so I think that's just like I just gotta make sure it gets done. They gotta eat. They gotta have clothes on their back. Because Christmas time, I love Christmas. They gotta have Christmas gifts. Like it's like I'm going to make this happen. You know, Lord willing, it's going to happen, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not going to have anything in my way to stop it. So if it stopped, it's something that it was an uncontrollable source that I couldn't control, and it just stopped it. If I know that after that whole thing with the lights getting paid.
Getting cut off,
yeah. With the lights getting cut off, like it didn't get paid. With the lights getting cut off, I said I will never go through that ever again. So I never went and applied for another grant. I'm not relying on that anymore because I saw that that failed me. It was kind of like my backup plan. Mm-hmm. I have to be my backup plan. You understand what I'm saying? So that has never happened again. The car got repossessed. I'm not going through this again. I went and got me a car that my car note was $190 some a month. You know what I'm saying? I said I'm not.
Right, so we can make sacrifices on a lower level.
It's like I started to make sacrifices. My lifestyle had to change because I didn't want to keep losing. When you lose, you do feel like you're just stuck. I keep losing. Nothing is working out. Nothing. And then you start to realize I'm the one who's not working out. I'm not working it. I'm not working my life appropriately. This is my life. I have 5 children. I cannot go get a $600 car note right now.
Hey, it's still in my house. I unplug stuff.
Yeah, unplugging stuff.
Unplug.
What? Like you taught me that.
Yeah, no, you taught me that.
What, unplugging stuff?
Yeah.
Well, you a master at it now.
Yeah, I unplug everything. If I could unplug the refrigerator, I would.
Yeah, like unplugging stuff and save money on bills. Yep. It's like, so I just had to rethink my situation. And now that my children are older, it's like, okay, now I can focus on making money.
Because we giving all our money, even with driving through the street, the speeding tickets and stuff.
Yeah.
Being careful. It's so many ways that the world will come at us and get our money from us. I don't know how we got to all that.
It's a struggle.
Yeah,
Struggle.
But how you drive, burning your gas. I mean, I got look. I got my hair in braids, and I am really working to keep my hair in this style so that it will benefit me of not having to make another hair payment until this style is paid off. Mm-hmm. So I can't take it out in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's just you just got to strategize. It's like, how do you want to live? I always ask my children back when they was younger, I would say, what kind of lifestyle do you want to have? Let's work towards that. What kind of career do you need to get? How do you want to live as an adult? How do you want? Because I'm not sitting here saying I'm gonna take care of you. I don't plan to take care of my adult children. You are an adult. And like Bishop said, Bishop who said the thing about the parents? What was it, Bishop?
My father, yes.
Yeah, I was about to say, what's his father? I didn't know. Okay. Okay. But like, yes. like he said, like they're getting older, so I don't want to be taken from my mother. I don't want to take from Mr. Eugene. I don't want to take from them. They're getting older. Like I don't want to take from the Thompsons. They're getting older. I'm still young enough, right? But now I have young adults. I'm getting older, so I want them to. I don't see me being like disabled where I need them to take care of me. But what if I do need them and none of them can't help me at all? I have all these children and none of you can help me. Like none of you can help me. If something was to unfortunately go bad with my health, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So I'm trying to raise them to like, come on, get your situation.
Well, we hope we don't have to go through that.
Yeah, we don't want to go through that, but that's the reality. That's the reality that the younger people should be taking care of the older generation, because a lot of times the older generations do need help. Right now, I'm trying to put myself in a position. I've raised my children, like almost, I've raised them. I've done my job. I've set you up mentally. I've set you up with, when I'm working at the college, little Josh could come and go to school for free. He chose not to do that. I'm not living for your choices. Mm-hmm. I'm not living for your choices. I've done everything I was supposed to do, then some. And then some. I have to now make sure I'm okay at 65. That's how I look at it. Like I can't keep raising you. I can't keep. That's
a good topic right there. Keep raising grown children.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it at all.
What do you feel about that statement?
I think it's a lot of truth to it.
Yeah, and that's it. And I don't feel like our mother feels about like how I don't feel bad. If I be honest, I don't feel bad when there's a situation. I'm like, go get your own stuff, figure it out. I gotta go get my own soap. You get your own soap. You know what I'm saying? It's one of you. I'm getting soap for 6 people. I kind of look at it like I look at you sideways, like how you can't take care of your one self. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I might be too hard. That is how I am. It's one person. It's you. It's not you and a child and you or 2 children. It's just you. It's just you. Why are you not? I'm confused. I'm really perplexed.
Well, I don't know what the topic of this show is, but you know. Hey.
Well, we kind of went off because you wanted to touch on this, the taking care of the parents. I mean, hanging out with the family and stuff.
Oh yeah, that was
Well, I'll end on this with a question of the week, or for the week. What is it that you're believing God for? What is it that you're believing God for? That came to me yesterday as I was in my car. I was watching an old open mic episode of my father. And he said at the end is that we have to learn sometimes that the difference between interruptions and announcements. What we view as interruptions may be an announcement from God that something else is on the horizon for us, like better is coming. And that kind of stuck with me in a way that made me think, you know, well, what are we actually believing God for? Or who do you believe in? What do you want for yourself? But for us on this panel, what do we believe in God for? We don't have to answer it now, but this little thought-provoking question that came about. Well, if all hearts and minds are clear.
Bank account full. I'm just playing.
Lunch money guy.
Yeah, lunch money, yeah.
Lunch money guy.
How many kids got jobs?
Struggling.
2, not talking about you, but like the 2 youngest, I'm like, they got jobs, trying to get this other one a job. Josh broke her retainer again. I said, you will be paying for that retainer. It's $250. I'm not.
How much?
$250.
$250.
Yeah.
We
already bought one that she broke.
Yeah, she would pay for it. She worked.
Yeah, she worked.
She worked. Once you make her pay for it, she won't break another one.
But she put it on her little her leg while she was eating in the car. I was taking them to work. Taking them to school, and she was like, I dropped my retainer in the car, and I said, oh, okay, she'll see it when she get in the car. So she didn't see it, and I said, you sure look under the seats, everything.
She stepped on it.
And so I said, well, it probably fell in the parking lot. When did you have it? She said, no, it didn't. I know I didn't because it was in your car. And I said, it probably fell in the parking lot. So like a few days later,
it was in the parking lot crunched up.
She get out the car, she like, I just see it, and she go get it, and it was cracked. I had a dream too the next day that she found a whole bunch of retainers in the parking lot, and I was like, we'll just sterilize them.
But you make her pay for that. She'll be more careful.
Put it on your lap no more because they didn't come with cases. Yeah, you pay for that. They starting to pay their cell phone bills now. Like we're trying to cut down costs. It's like we're paying all of this stuff that. We're putting out a lot of money for people, and you got money. You have money. Like, pay your own bills. If you don't want this, I told him, I said, I think y'all should get a different cell phone plan because it's pretty expensive. But, yeah, y'all got to pay that.
Yeah.
Well, good show. I was getting lunch money, apparently.
Yeah, you were. I was stealing. I didn't know I was stealing.
Yeah.
I was taking lunch money out for you.
And living life is one of the longest things you'll ever do in the shortest amount of time, but we only get one. That's why it's important to really know what you believe in God for.
But remember that quote that I told you? It was in a book. I think it was the name of the book. Your second life begins when you realize you only have one.
Oh yeah, your second life begins when you realize you only have one. We got to get that. Go ahead, you got to start over now.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I like that. So whatever your dreams, goals, and desires are, make sure you go out there and get the job done. And while you're doing that, remember his name is Jesus Christ and not Tom Cruise. There's no such thing as mission impossible because we can do all things through Christ that strengthens us. I'm Mike. It's my mom. That was Shannon. Till next time, let's continue to engage.